Okay, so this topic was given to me in this mashwara that I should be taking you all through my learnings in this particular area. Okay, so earlier also I was very interested into getting involved in this kind of activities. However, I was not getting an opportunity for that, and even I was not that much like proactive for getting into that. But recently, since we all know that we have started interacting with various colleges, and from one of the college there was a request so for getting the industrial visit in IBM. So that's where I started looking for the way for getting the industrial visit to any colleges other than what we normally invite for the industrial visits. So I was interacting with my management to make sure that process and policies in place, and that has resulted in 3 successful industry visits. I'll be taking you through some of the guidelines if someone is trying to conduct that in their company. Okay, so the agenda for today is going to be an introduction to UR, and from academic perspective, like what benefits they'll be fetching when they have these kind of relationship. And from the industry perspective, all the stakeholders that are involved in industry, what benefits they are going to get. So I'll talk about some of the major corporate players who are already very active in this kind of relationship. Just give the pointers to other companies, but I'll definitely pick up IBM Academic Initiative. So where I'm very much actually involved these days. So that way, so at the end of the session, if we have the people from the academia, they can also take some informative pointers with them, and then we can have further engagement with those colleges. And definitely, it's going to inspire other professionals to get into this kind of relationship to get benefited for them. And in the end, we'll just see how MFID can contribute to already existing initiatives that are being derived from various companies, and what we can take for MFID. So this is going to be the agenda for today's talk. Let me proceed. So basically, when we talk about university relation, so this is an effort in bridging the gap between the industry and the college. If you see the earlier days, when these collaborative tools were not very much common, we used to see a huge gap between the industry and the universities, colleges. So the figure in this, I think industry used to be in 3.0, means 4.0, academia in 3.0, research in 5.0. So now the whole effort is going for bridging this gap, so that academia, once they are done with their courses, they are ready for the job. And when they are getting into the industry, industry is also welcoming them, because they need not to invest further for training them, upskilling them. Okay. Yeah. So even for the research, so there are a lot of collaboration that are going between the universities and the industry, so that their research can transform to some commercial products, right? And their research is valued, and they are also doing the research on much needed things from the industry point of view. Okay, so as we see in this figure, so there are people in university that are involved for coming forward for this kind of collaboration, and from industry as well. So normally, a few folks are responsible from the universities, and few folks are responsible from industry. I think couple of, so they are designated people for doing this, and many people, they just depend on this and then keep quiet. And because of that, I think the effort that really it has to go for this kind of bridging the gap, so it is not that fruitful because very few people are involved. Now the industry is coming forward for means asking for the employees to volunteer themselves for this kind of relationship, so that more people are involved, more information is reaching to the universities, and universities are getting benefited. And I'll be talking from the university point of view as well. So how the university can be proactive in reaping all the fruits that are being given through the industry. Okay, so a lot of efforts are going on to create these strategies, which is definitely going to promote the education level of current workforce in the industry and strategically attract graduate talent from local and remote universities. And value propositions, all the stakeholders are going to get benefited through this kind of relationship. Organization is going to get benefited, universities are going to get benefited, employees getting involved are going to get benefited. I'll take you through how the employee getting involved is getting benefited. And at the same time, how the faculties that are getting involved are getting benefited. Okay, so I have listed down some of the links here. Normally the corporates, so when they are talking about the UR, they have, let me, I need to get out of this. Okay, so when industry is talking about UR, so mainly they have good relationship with the top colleges, right? NIRF ranking, the MHRD gives. So mostly the top players, they go to these institutions and have the relationship to get a good students from these kind of colleges for their workforce. Okay, so, and if we see the engineering colleges available within India, huge number of engineering colleges are there, huge number of seats are available. How to reach out to these colleges as well? So what is the way out there? Who can be the catalyst for reaching out to these colleges as well? So this is just for information, like employability in IT industry. So with respect to different industry. Okay, so this is just for the reference. I'm not going to talk here much on that. So all these major players, so Microsoft is involved, GE is involved, Intel is involved, Deloitte is involved. I have listed on some multinational companies, and even companies that are having Indian heritage, globally present companies, Infosys, Wipro, and TCS. Okay, so they too have one second. Yeah. So if you see the GE, they too have university relationship. So I'm not going to go detail into this link because my focus is going to be mainly on IBM. So they have leadership program. So Microsoft has Get Office 365 free for your entire school. So a lot of efforts are happening from these major players to reach out to many colleges as well. Okay, but majorly they focus mainly on the colleges that are listed. Okay, there are some free resources available for others to reach to these companies as well. So I request brothers from these companies to go and explore what your company is offering for the universities. Similarly, TCS here. Okay, coming to IBM Academic Initiatives. So we have keep on learning sessions. So that normally we uh, broadcast like for month wise what all sessions are that are available. So these sessions are free of cost. So any person from academia having the academic ID can register and then start listening to these sessions. Okay, and IBM Academic Initiative. So through this particular initiative, IBM has come forward to share its hardware and software, licensed software, that to commercial software for the academia for their educational and research purpose, not to use for commercial purpose, only for educational and research purpose. And I think it's a very good initiative from IBM because it has listed a lot of softwares that is licensed and commercial value software that our request brothers to go on mute. Yeah. Okay. So this is a very great opportunity for any academia to start accessing these software and hardware that has been given to these institutions for their education and research purpose free of cost. So, and it was told to IBMers that this is not meant for upscaling them. But I was trying to explore, and I thought I should be getting the access, because when I'm going and talking to the people, so if I'm talking just theoretically, it may not be that useful. So I'm fortunate that I got access to these resources. So I can also download these and then explore. So I have started picking software one by one now, so that it will be useful for the academia when they are getting started on those softwares. Okay, so the first two things are free of cost, no charge is involved. IBM Skill Academia, so these are paid courses. So if somebody want, and as part of IBM Academic Initiative, there are a lot of courses that are available for free of cost. And after completion of those courses, IBM gives them the digital badges, and that is also more valuable for any student in the global market. And if someone wants to get the depth of the tracks that are hot in the industry, so they can go through the IBM Skill Academy. So those are paid courses. And so if someone is interested in these kind of like courses, so the IBM Academic Ambassador can get them to the IBM Skill Academy people. So they will work on the other logistics where the cost is involved. Basically, just to give a brief, so what they need is the academic institution, they need to bring 50 students per class, and they encourage the faculty to be part of those classes. Some 2 faculty can join those classes, 2 faculty plus 48 students. That means a class of 50. I think if it directly they go through IBM Skill Academy, some 2,500 plus GST they charge per student. But this is going to help the faculty for getting himself trained. And at the end of the course, faculty is going to get the instructor badge, which is very valuable for him. So this is IBM encouraged for these kind of courses. And IBM remotely, normally in northern region, so they are entertaining to the institutions to go for the T3 kind of courses. So because IBMers cannot reach out to those colleges for any, but thanks to the new normal. I think a lot of webinars can be given to any colleges in any part of the world these days. Okay, so the other interesting things which IBM is offering is, so normally for the internship projects, they go to the institution with a very good hiring history. So they may not be entertaining any college which is not listed so for the internship. So the other options they have come up is the global remote mentoring projects. So in this particular uh, like initiative, so the IBMers, they come up with the projects, they broadcast in that dashboard, because first they get enrolled as mentor, they propose the projects. So those projects are can be viewed by any student. They can go and see those projects, and if they are interested, they can get registered. And it goes through a process. Once they are selected, then again the IBM and institution will have NDA to make sure that that goes smoothly. And then after completion of those projects, the students are going to get the completion certificate. Mentors are also recognized for their effort. So that is also very good. Okay, so just to go, okay. So this is the portal that has come up. So anybody can go to, means any student, if he has the academic ID, then it is useful for him to get registered and then go on his page for going for different courses and completing it and getting the digital badges for himself. If academic ID is not there, I think faculty has to help the student to like get through those courses, and I think get to use those, means getting the benefit out of those courses. So we have for faculty as well, faculty development program. Students, they can go, I think yeah, yeah. So they have hackathon. They can just go to various offerings that are there for them free of cost. They can just go and educate themselves. So there are options for the research scholars also. So they can go for the IBM PhD fellowship nomination also. So if any academia institution, they have their PhD scholars, they can enroll for getting this fellowship from IBM. I think grants and all, so that goes through so a different department. When the institutions, they are eligible for getting those grants, they might get it. But any colleges so which are not in that list, so they can get benefited out of these. This is skill academia, and this is what I was talking about, the GRM. Okay, so you can get started. So there are hundreds of like projects that are available on different technology. So students, so you have the mentor account, student account. So just have the like collaboration for any of these projects, you can get started. And one more interesting thing which was told to me by the UR person. So suppose if the academia has some projects and if you want to mentor voluntarily, so what you need to do is you can get that project, enroll in this, and then get going. So that is also possible. So if something they want to do it and they need some mentorship from the IBMers, and IBMers has that expertise. So if they have the bandwidth, they can just bring those kind of projects as well to this list. Okay. So a lot of information through this. I think students, we have reached 10,000 university badges and 1 million badges earned through this initiatives. So IBM Academic Initiative is free of cost. Skills Academy has the cost involved there. Okay, so a lot of softwares which you can download, and IBM encouraged the institutions to get registered and start downloading. I think it is good. It is going to be a very good exercise for the institutions also. What they can do is they can like assign different products to different teams, and they can just try to get more knowledge about those softwares and try to do something and then share with the other teams. So that way they can cover more number of software that they can download and start using it for their education and research purpose. And since these are the industry these are the software that are commercial and is in use in businesses, that means they are ready for the market, and when they are coming out of their colleges, they are well informed, they are ready for getting observed, right? But IBM doesn't guarantee for that, but again it has to go through the process that is there for hiring. Okay, so for any of these free offerings, IBM doesn't say that we are going to give job or anything else. So this is self-service initiative provided to the academia. So the academic administration, the management, they should use this opportunity to empower their faculty and their students. And a lot of courseware are available. So if you see this big list of software that is available for free. So additional resources, you can go through the software guidelines, how to use and all. So basically, you need to just register with your academic ID, and that's where you get started. So that is the only criteria. So all these sessions, since that is getting delivered by IBM expert, and these courses are validated by university partners. So all processes, the latest methodologies, processes that is being used in industry. So they will be going through those methodologies, and use cases given will be the live use cases where the real customers, they are using it. So those kind of use cases, they'll be getting it. So that means whatever they are learning through these courses, they are going to get the real experience. So at the end of these courses, they are going to get the digital badges, and these are widely accepted in the industry. So as I said, so train the trainer, industry expert. Okay. So not industry expert knowledge transfer, because IBMers come and deliver it, and during that course, so the faculty will also get trained. So this is what is about the GRM. Okay. So now the proactiveness is needed from both sides. As I said, so there are designated people from both the university and the industry. So we should not just rely on them. Now, as a forum, I think we have faculty, people from faculty, we have people from the industries. So we should go back to our own industry, our own company, and see what all offerings our company is giving in this space. And it is going to be a very good exercise. So you'll be learning a lot of new things. And if you see the list, I may not have gone through all those products, right? But at least through this exercise, now I have started getting to know what what is being offered to the universities. And when they are going for these offerings, they are not going with any legacy softwares and tools, right? So all hot and latest technology that is being shared to them. So if we are getting involved, that means we are also upskilling ourselves in return. And we need to encourage the faculty. So faculty should come out of their comfort zone. They should start interacting with the industry people and get to know what industry people are doing, and which all universities they are having the collaboration. So what actually they see in the universities, and what university relationship means. So if they start coming out of their comfort zone, so then we are going to get a lot of benefits out of it. And I think one more interesting thing from these kind of uh, exercises. So if any research product or any idea people are coming from the academia, so collaborating with the industry, they will have that view, that entrepreneurship view. So that might result their ideas into commercial products. So now if you see a lot of institutions, the faculties are encouraged for the startups. IIT Hyderabad, a lot of faculties, they have their own startups. The students are working for those startups. If you see our Dr. Ali, so he is also part of that startup which is working on 5G, that has started from his professor. So now how we can help, or how we can complement the effort that is already going in the industry and the academia. Now, as I said, we have people from both faculty, university, as well as industry. We should start looking into all these offerings, and then voluntarily we should get get involved with this. We should start asking questions in our companies, like how these things are happening. I want to involve, show interest, and get involved. So last year, if you ask me, I was not part of this game. So the request came from the college. So that's where I started. And when I was doing this, taking interest, so people felt that I am from the UR. And this year, my management asked me to enroll for this. And when I had attended the kickoff meeting from the UR, so there they were asking me to asking all the IBMers who were volunteers attending that kickoff meeting. So they asked us to claim whatever engagement you had with the university. And I was fortunate enough to go and use that industry visits, which I had for 3 colleges, which I could claim, and then I could get the badge, which I'll show you in the next slide. Okay, so you volunteer yourself for this your relationship. Try to create opportunities for colleges for the industrial visit, and sometimes the industry colleges has the need for, like they are now started going for IIC. So one of the college in Hyderabad, they came back to me. They said for getting enrolled for these things, they need to get one industry profile. So I checked in with my management and the UR. So they said if money is not involved, you can just share the profile, and it is good for your profile as well, career as well. So I have shared my profile to one of the college here in Hyderabad for their effort for this IIT. We can go and do some workshop. So whatever corporate efforts we are seeing, so we can complement. Hackathons, we can be part of those hackathons, join as mentor. So there are many things which we can start contributing. And this is just a, like from my experience, what all work is involved when you have any industrial visit. So just for reference. So this is through my experience, which I came up here. So these all things, because when I was talking here, so I was told there is no one here in Hyderabad to take care. So I said, you just rely on me, I'll take care end to end. So that's where they said, okay, you go ahead. So I started getting all those things in place. So now all my colleagues have started, I'll also get my college. So now people have, my senior management, they said, I have friend who is principal in one college, I'll bring him to you. So that's where now a lot of opportunities have started. So far, with after getting the IBM Academic Ambassador Educate badge for myself, I have gone to these many colleges. Recently, we had a session for Gausia Engineering College, Ramnagaram, ISL Engineering College, Hyderabad. We had for AS, we had one session for KBN, KCT, and college in Bijapur. Okay, so in return, you get recognition to you and get appreciation from your management and the UR team, right? So this is what they recognize me and given it. Because of this recognition, now I am entitled to use all the softwares and then go with this tag to any institution. So even the colleges, they are happy because when they are coming for the industry visits, so this is the message I got from the HOD. And people who are involved from the college also, they are also getting recognized. So it's a win-win situation for people who are getting involved from industry as well as the UR. Okay. So I think that's all. So any questions?
Morana, this one, whatever you have shown there, the topics that are related only to EC and CS things, or for
No,
all the
this question came when we were discussing in Gausia. So then it was told by the UR person that we are not discriminating these courses for any particular branch. So these are available for any branch.
Okay.
Just to clarify, it need not be only be engineering related college.
Yeah.
It can be in a medical college also, for example.
Oh.
Yeah.
Advantage also, let us say AI.
Degree colleges also we can reach out.
Yes.
So I asked for schooling. So they said they'll come back to me. For schools also, can we take these things? So I'm waiting from for the reply from there. Okay, I think I forgot to give the contact number here. You can reach out to me, Saif Bhai, for any further engagement for any of your, you might be alumni of your college, right? So you can go back to your college and then take these offerings to them as well. So as I said, a lot of colleges are there still, we haven't reached. So a lot of opportunity to go and talk to them. They will be happy to receive us, and it is going to be a very good give back to our colleges.
Shahid, you can leave in the chat box your contact details, inshallah.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Amir Abdi from Gurgaon. We work with schools and colleges in Mewat and Haryana, Rajasthan, these parts. So Jazakallah khair, brother, for a very informative and inspiring presentation. Unfortunately, I joined late, so I missed some part of it, but I got the gist in the bit that I could attend. So inshallah, this is very important. And what I have experienced, like I have visited a few colleges. There's a Mewat Engineering College, there's a Jahangirabad Institute, a technical institute near Lucknow, and there is this huge need of professionals interacting with academic institutions, and internship is something which could really make an impact on career if it is planned and done in a proper way. So inshallah, I'll be very happy to collaborate and inshallah take this forward. Jazakallah khair.
Inshallah. I'll get in touch with you, Amir Bhai.
Inshallah.
So you can list down all the colleges there. So IBM has 4 UR personnel. So we have for one South India, West India, and North India. So I have spoken to those people as well. So when I'm reaching to these colleges, they said they'll also be part of that session. So I think more information we can get from them as well.
Surely, inshallah.
Inshallah. So another question.
And Mona, can we get some slides out of this, if not all?
These slides you can get it. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay.
Mona, one
Recording-
question I had.
Recording is also there, I think. You can- Yeah.
Mona, one question I had. So are internships also a part of this, wherein students come for 6 months or 1 year as part of their final year thesis, or they basically work on a live project for company? It's a win-win situation for both, because students get to learn and the company.
Yeah. So as I said, for internship, right? So normally IBM goes to those colleges where they have the hiring history. Okay. So not all colleges are entertained for that, because that involves the cost as well, right? So normally IBM pay for the internship as well. So that goes through a process. But as I said, the other option which is available freely for any colleges to get involved is the GMR, GRM, right? Global Remote Mentoring Project.
Yeah, and one more question. Like approximately what would be the percentage of companies who have a proper structure in this regard? Because I don't know in my organization if we have a proper, a structure in this university relations team or something like that, or it is just the HR to do it.
No, it's a different like chapter in industry. So a separate effort is going on from the major corporate, right? So they have the bandwidth. They have a lot of products in the stack. So they want to take it to the. So can you please mute if you're not speaking? Yeah, Jazakallah. So what is that? I was saying something.
You were telling a lot of companies have bandwidth
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah, so they have the separate department who is taking care of this. Okay, so and even IBM has started these initiatives from 2005. So it will take some time for any industry to start working. So if they are starting in the beginning, I think there is a win-win situation right from the beginning. So and now we from MFID forum, I think we should encourage our startups to get started engaging with the UR. Okay.
All right, Monate. Jazakallah khair.
So any other? So what is next?
Switch of heads.
जज़ाकल्लाह।
मौलाना शाहिद साहब को दावत दी जाती है।
अभी थोड़ा पानी का इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं।
So in the meantime, because almost every college and every student is interested in internship with industry, but in IBM, the internship is just like a job for 6 months. So it's very competitive because it is in office and it is a paid internship. So it's like a job, and it's very competitive. The other option is the GRM that Shahid Bhai talked about. That is the global remote mentoring. So if you go to the GRM portal of IBM, there are the projects that have been listed by the IBMers, and anyone can work on those projects. There is no need for any student or any college to be in connect with IBM. Any student, any college can pick up a project, contact the IBMer who has posted that. And if the wavelength matches between the two, anyone over the world can work on those GRM projects. So I would really suggest and appreciate all the colleges and all of us to make use of this GRM portal. and this GRM facility. And it's a proper internship. It's a proper IBM project, which the students work remotely, and they get at the end of it a certificate from IBM also for this. So internship is very, very difficult in IBM, but GRM is open for anyone, and we should make best use of that, inshallah.
Again, for GRM, is there any process that you have to get shortlisted or anything like that?
You just go to the portal, you pick up a project, you show your interest. So there is a deadline by which the interests for any project are taken, and then they ask for the profile of the student. So let us say the deadline is end of this October. So by the end of October, how many CVs are uploaded against that project? The mentor, the IBM mentor, will go through those CVs and will contact 1 or 2 person and interview. So it's there is no criteria. It's just that if the mentor finds that person to be good, then he can start working on a GRM project. So it's very simple and very effective and very useful, and anyone can work on it.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, Maulana.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Regarding this GMR, if they have any technical doubts and all those things, so it will be taken in their forum only, or how it will be answered to the student finding any difficulty and all those things.
That is a mentor. That is a mentorship part of it. So
Okay. So
they build up a relationship between themselves, and then they can maybe the daily Scrum call if they want to have, or a weekly email. So the IBMer is a mentor for that much time of the.
So you will be assigning one mentor for a particular team or zone wise, area wise, like that. So
It's
people
project-wise.
has to project
The
wise.
person-
So they need to work under them, and if they have any doubts, that will be cleared
Yes.
there only.
Yes. So if I have a project idea, I will upload that idea in that GRM portal. I'll be the mentor for that project.
Yeah.
For
Now,
the candidate.
another question for you, like especially in case of metros and all those things, some of the top colleges will be there. Usually those colleges students will get the opportunity. So like if they are having 1 or 2 bags, or if they have the less than 65 in the previous this one, can they get a chance to work in the IBM as a what you told GMR or not?
Yeah, as I mentioned, it is the interest level from both the parties. So
Okay.
multiple CVs are uploaded for a project, and then they will be shortlisted. It's up to the mentor how he will take it up, and he will interview the candidates. So if he finds anyone suitable, he will just work with him. It's impressing mentor.
We need to go to GMR, then we have to upload our profile in area of interest and all those things. Then they will shortlist. Yeah, select means domain, which domain we are going to work.
Yeah, so, the projects are listed there.
Yeah. So we have to upload our CV. Then based on that, our interest, whatever it is, they will go through. Then they will get back on us.
Yes. Right. So it's open for anyone.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Yeah. Imran bhai, if you have still any doubts, you can ask.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Sorry for disturbing.
No
problem.
Okay. Sahib, actually, one more doubt I'm having. Like, see, as you're telling about this internship program, and then I've got that process, like how to enroll in that, and who will be the mentor, everything. But see, you are just like internship, you are telling about this some live projects, real-time projects that the student can take, and with their mentor help, anyhow they can implement. But as I have seen few students, they are going to some companies for internship, and there they are doing some projects and all. But at the end moment, they're not bringing that project to the college. They're telling, sir, the code is not given by this company and all. And simply they are showing some PPT slides and all like this. So what happens at that time is, like, even we are not satisfied with that, what they are giving, even though they might have done by their own, but still they are not able to get good marks. So that kind of issues are also there when people are going, students are going to do projects and all in companies. But here, what you are telling about this GRM, whether this kind of issues are also there here, or whether they can get that project and they can demonstrate in their final exam. Is it possible?
So it's remote, so code exists with the student. So in the first question of internship,
Yeah.
you have to, the faculty has to be in touch with the internal IBM under
mentor.
I'm talking about the internship, in-office internship.
Yeah. Okay.
Faculty and the IBMer, they should be in good sync about the progress of the student. And so if the IBMer feels that he has done a good job, then faculty has to accept that he has done a good job, whether he shows the code or not, because those things are confidential. You cannot show the code, but you have to rely on the IBMer who's under whom the internship has been done.
Okay.
Regarding the GRM, because it's remote, so the code is placed with the student. So obviously, the problem is such that can be done remotely. That is more like an open sort of a problem, for which there is no confidential code required. But then there are some rules you can go through, those related to the IPR that comes out that GRM projects. Okay, so code is not an issue, but there are some rules regarding the IP.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can explore, and then if you have further queries, right, you can come back to us, inshallah. If we don't have answer, we can maybe get to the concerned people and get more details.
Jazakallah.
Yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem amma ba'd. Muhtaram buzurgo dosto, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu wa amma nawaluhu ka ہم تمام پر بہت بڑا کرم ہے، بہت بڑا احسان ہے کہ اللہ نے ہم تمام کو اپنے اپنی جگہ عزتوں سے نوازا ہے، اور خصوصاً ہم کو ایسی جگہ جو ہے رکھا ہے جہاں پر لوگ عزت سے جو ہے دیکھتے ہیں، اور پھر ہم اس قابل ہیں کہ لوگوں کی مدد کر سکیں. تو یہ بہت بڑا اللہ کا کرم ہے کہ اللہ تعالیٰ جو ہے ہم کو دنیا سے بھی نوازا، دنیا کے پوزیشن سے بھی نوازا ہے. اور سب سے بڑی دولت اللہ تعالیٰ ہم تمام کو ایمان کی دیا ہے، اور ایمان کے کچھ تقاضے ہیں جو ہم کو دنیا میں یہاں پورے کرنے ہیں، تاکہ جو ہے موت کے بعد ہمارے ساتھ جو ہے صحیح معاملہ. تو جہاں ہم اپنی اپنی جگہ اپنی کوششوں کے ساتھ انسانیت کے لیے نافع بن رہے ہیں، تو وہاں جو ہے اپنی ذات کو بھولے بغیر یہ سب کام کرنا ہے. اس لیے کہ جو ہے یہ ایک زمانہ ہم پر بھی آنے والا ہے کہ ہماری سانس رک جائے گی اور ہم اس دنیا سے دوسری دنیا چلے جائیں گے. یعنی دو انسان کے لیے دو جہاں ہے، یہ جہاں وہ جہاں، یعنی دنیا والا جہاں اور آخرت والا. اور یہ سانس پر جو ہے ٹکا ہوا ہے. سانس بند ہو جائیں تو پھر ہم جو ہے جو زمین پر چل رہے ہیں وہ زمین کے نیچے ہو جائیں گے. تو اس لیے ہر وقت اس کے استحضار کے ساتھ ہم تمام کو ان کاموں میں لگنا ہے. ہم سب کے لیے حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی ذات پاک جو ہے نمونہ ہے. اللہ رب العزت خود کلام پاک میں فرماتے ہیں، لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ لِمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو اللَّهَ وَالْيَوْمَ الْآخِرَ وَذَكَرَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا. There is indeed a good model for you in the messenger of Allah, for the one who has hope in Allah in the last day and remembers Allah profusely. تو اللہ ہم سب کے لیے ایک بہترین نمونہ دیا ہے. تو اور ہم حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی ذات کو سامنے رکھ کر اپنی زندگی کو گزارتے ہیں، تو اللہ تعالیٰ دنیا میں بھی ہمارے لیے آسانیاں پیدا فرماتا ہے، اور موت کے بعد کی زندگی بھی ہمارے لیے کامیاب کر دیتا ہے. اگر جو ہے حضور صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی ذات اقدس کو ہم سامنے نہیں رکھیں گے تو پھر ہماری زندگیاں تنگ ہو جائیں گی. ہمارے جو ہے آسان سے آسان مسئلے بھی بالکل جو ہے مشکل ہو جائیں گے. ہم چھوٹی چھوٹی چیزوں میں الجھ جائیں گے، ہمارے لیے تنگیاں ہوں گی. تو اس کے لیے ہمارے زندگی کے اندر وسعت لانے کے لیے حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی زندگی ہمارے لیے نمونہ ہے. ابھی ماشاءاللہ جو ہے یہ مہینہ بھی خاص حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کے تعلق سے. اب ہر جگہ ہم ان بات کو سنیں گے، حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی ذات اقدس کو ہر جو ہے مجلسوں میں ہمارے سامنے لایا جائے گا. یہ تو جو ہے ایسی ذات ہے کہ 24 گھنٹے ہم جو ہے یاد رکھ کر اپنی زندگی گزاریں. اس لیے کہ جو ہے بینچ مارکنگ جو ہمارے عمل کو کرنا ہے وہ حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی ذات اقدس کو جو ہے سامنے رکھ کر ہے. اس لیے کہ جو ہے وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ اللہ تعالیٰ سورۃ القلم میں فرما رہے ہیں اینڈ یو آر شیورلی آن این ایکسلنٹ اسٹینڈرڈ آف کیریکٹر. تو بہت ہی اعلیٰ. اس لیے کہ جو ہے ہمارے جو ہے بھائی جہاں عمران بھی موجود ہیں، وہ اکثر کہا کرتے ہیں اللہ والوں کے اقوال کو حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی سنتیں اکمل